Unearth the mystery of ancient giants. Hello everyone, wishing you all a spirited and balanced existence. It's likely that in ancient times our planet was inhabited by true giants. Many myths from around the world speak of such beings. Their mentions can be found in the works of ancient writers and in the Bible. They were contemplated in the Middle Ages, and many 20th century fantasists made them the main characters of their stories. Perhaps over the centuries, people did indeed encounter these giants. An Arab ambassador who visited Volga, Bulgaria in the early 11th century claimed that he saw a huge man tied to a tree near the capital. It's said he was found in the north, possibly in the forest near the Pechora River. This creature was aggressive and had to be killed. In 1136, the famous Arab poet and theologian Abu Hamid al-Gharni met a giant named Donkey. According to Abu Hamid, he was so tall that the poet only reached up to his waist. Donkey was incredibly strong, capable of lifting a horse as if it were a small kitten. Despite his power, the giant showed kindness and respect to Abu Hamid. His armor and helmet, comparable to a cauldron, were transported on separate carts. In battles, Donkey used an oak club which, in Abu Hamid's opinion, could easily kill an elephant. The poem Iskander Name by the famous Azerbaijani poet Nizami Ganjavi describes giants that Rus brought into battle. This unknown creature, resembling a human, came from unexplored places. Such beings were rarely seen, but when the Rus needed power in battle, they summoned it. Although he moved on foot, enemies preferred to face an entire army of riders than him. He was armed with a hooked iron stick that could overturn mountains. It's said that Rus found these giants in dense forests and tamed them, using them in war as a living weapon. This type of being is mentioned in ancient sources, from the Bible to the history of Ethiopian kings, Kebra Nagast, the Sumerian epic Gilgamesh, the book Popol Vuh of the Maya, and many other folk traditions. The Pentateuch says that giants lived on Earth. They were mighty men, famous from ancient times. The Book of Numbers states, "We saw giants there. We were as small to them as they were to us." The Book of Enoch contains a detailed description of giants. The Book of Baruch claims that the Almighty sent a flood that destroyed 4 million giants. Some of these giants may have survived, and encounters with them continued for many millennia. Jewish legends from historical times present various categories of giants. Rephaim, translated as giants, elites, terrifying in size, powerful Sansonites, cunning species, reincarnated and invisible fallen. These data suggest that people in the past often encountered various giants. Ancient records also claim that the clash between Hercules and Antaeus is based on real events. Antaeus's tomb is located in Morocco at the foot of the Harf Hill near the city of Tangier. According to legends, Odysseus fought with giants, and cyclops or one-eyed beings are mentioned in Hesiod's Theogony. In the 4th century BC, Greek authors relying on archival documents claimed that all ancient gods and heroes were based on real personalities. And what is known about ancient Rus? According to the stories of the Pomors who traveled to Novaya Zemlya, huge human skulls were sometimes found in coastal caves. Perhaps giants really inhabited our planet, and over time their sizes decreased. Ancient Rus, according to some data, was inhabited by giants known as Valatas. They are even mentioned in official historical sources. It is believed that Svyatogor Romanovich from Chernigov was one of the last giants. One of the epics tells that he eventually lay in a coffin similar to those found in the giant cemetery in China. Despite requests, even Ilya Muromets could not open this coffin. In the end, Svyatogor said goodbye to his friends and left life. The coffin was lowered into the ground, and a huge stone with the inscription, "Here lies the hero," was placed on top of it. The armies of the ancient Slavs were led by heroes, unparalleled warriors with extraordinary strength. It is assumed that the first heroes were descendants of divine beings. Otherwise, where did they get such incredible power? However, the late heroes of Slavic legends did not have such supernatural abilities. On various continents of the earth, burials containing giant-sized remains have been found. In particular, in 1877 in Nevada, during gold mining in quartz rock about 185 million years old, fragments of leg bones were found belonging to a creature approximately 4.5 meters tall. In 1936, German anthropologist Larsen discovered on the shores of a lake in Central Africa the skeletons of 12 people about 3.5 meters tall, with unusual facial features and a double row of teeth. In Australia, near the city of Batters in 1930, skeletons of people up to 3.5 meters tall were found. Similar finds were made on Java in South China, South Africa, and even in the Kherson region. In the 1970s, the remains of giants were also found in Armenia, and only the length of their spine reached 1.5 meters. The famous Soviet scientist Ivan Efremov discovered a 3-meter skeleton in the Mongolian region of Arkhangelsk. In 1996, human remains about 2.5 meters tall with long skulls were found in the Andes. The Mexican Museum is also rich in collections of giant skeletons. In 1950, in Alaska, during the construction of a road from a burial mound, giant petrified skulls 58 centimeters high and 30 centimeters wide were discovered. In addition, bones were found that were 3 times larger than human sizes, including ankles 1.5 meters long. These giants had a double row of teeth. That same year in South Africa during diamond mining, a fragment of a skull measuring 45 centimeters in height with horn-like protrusions above the eyebrows was discovered. In the Xinjiang Uyghur region of China, there exists a field with graves of giants adorned with basalt tombstones, which local residents are afraid to approach. One crypt, belonging to a child, having a circumference around the forehead of about 1.5 meters, was delivered to the Siberian Academy of Sciences. Dr. Louis Burkhalter, a representative of the French Prehistoric Society, asserted that the existence of giant humanoid beings in ancient times is a scientifically confirmed fact, despite the commonly held belief in the fictitious nature of the one-eyed cyclops. Modern genetics indicates that our possession of 2 eyes is determined by just one gene. On ancient Egyptian frescoes, gods are depicted twice as tall as ordinary people. Perhaps they truly were so. Giants might also have been associated with the creation of astonishing megalithic structures that amaze scientists. These structures utilized massive stone blocks weighing up to 500, 1,000 tons, such as in Therinth in Greece or the Gates of Puma in South America. The nearest quarries from which these stones were sourced often lie hundreds of kilometers away from the construction site. Who then was capable of executing such grandiose constructions and masterfully laying massive stone blocks? Whose remains do we find all over the world? Official science avoids discussing the topic of giants, considering it contradictory to accepted dogmas. However, everything points to the fact that many millions of years ago, a civilization of giants existed on Earth. With a high degree of probability, it can be asserted that the Atlanteans, Hyperboreans, mythical titans, and biblical giants were representatives of this long-vanished race, which lost its unique knowledge and abilities over time. What do you think? Did giants truly live among us? Where did they disappear to? Why does official science refuse to study historical facts about giants? Write your comment. We will continue to discuss interesting topics from alternative history, so be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and also ring the bell to stay updated on all new content on the channel. Wishing everyone spirited vitality and balanced existence. Hope to see you soon.